Hello everyone, introduction my name is Randu Rarasofia Kelas 24B Weekend PM 24411164 I am from the Faculty of Economics and Business Management Study Program. Here I will explain about the evolution of management. Here is the explanation, please pay attention.
The development of management thinking is the same as the organization of management concepts also has the same development. The development of management thinking is relatively close to the development of organizational thinking. The thinkers are relatively much the same. Ellen Benowitz mapped the development of management thought by dividing it into 5 categories, the first being the classical school of management, the second being behavioral management theory, the third being quantitative school of management, the fourth being contingent school of management, and the fifth being quality school of management. Each of these stages of thought development is still divided into sub-thoughts. The first classic of school management thought developed during the Industrial Revolution, but no less a new problem as the system that prevailed in the factory emerged. Managers experienced relative uncertainty around how to train workers as many of them were immigrants from non-English speaking countries. Managers also stuttered in response to the increasing dissatisfaction of the workers, so they began to test a number of solutions which resulted in classical management theory being formed through efforts to find the best way to do job management. The classical management school consists of 2 branches, namely classical science and classical administration. Scientification is a school that emerged due to the need to increase productivity and efficiency. This flow owes a lot to a number of dominant thoughts such as Frederick Taylor Henry Ganti and Frank and Lillian Gilbert. What is the classical school of administration? The classical school of administration is the classical scientific school which focuses on individual productivity to concentrate on the total organization. This theory of information flow in organizations emphasizes the importance of understanding how organizations operate. Max Weber eventually expressed his dislike for European organizations whose management was a private family tool where workers were loyal to their respective supervisors rather than the organization. Weber believed that organizations should be managed impersonally and have a formal structure, where specific rules are followed is important. Mary Parker Follett emphasized the importance of the organization setting common goals for its workers in which people are more important than work techniques. Chester Irving Barnard introduced the idea of a formal organization, which is an organization that is naturally formed within the organization, which has a role in the communication function of the entire organization to achieve goals. Management theory behavior is the interaction and motivation of individuals in the organization during classical periodic less adaptable to the diversity of situations. This school is less able to explain the behavior of workers in which they ignore the motivation and behavior of workers. Elton Mayo concluded that the importance of production was the result of supervisory planning rather than changes in room lighting or other benefits to workers. Abraham Maslow, a developmental psychologist, later introduced a need theory of motivation based on human needs. The quantitative management school is the result of research conducted during World War II. The quantitative management approach involves the use of qualitative techniques such as statistics, information models, and computer simulations to improve the decision-making process. Scientific management is the emergence of uncovering problems related to global wars that encourage managers to use math, statistics and other quantitative techniques to make decisions. Operations management is a small branch of the quantitative approach in management focusing on the management of converting materials, labor, models to useful services and goods. The contingency management flow can be summarized as this approach to action is expected to be useful in all situations. Because the contingency flow is called situational flow. Then there is the first classical management approach, namely scientific management. The main figure is Frederick Winslow Taylor, who provides the basic principles of applying a scientific approach to management and developing techniques to achieve efficiency. After that, there is contemporary management, which is a developing approach that tends to integrate previous approaches so that the boundaries of the approaches that have been discussed become unclear, but there are approaches that remain rooted in certain approaches. The conclusion of this discussion is: the development of management thinking is in line with the development of organizations, where the thinkers are often the same. Ellen Benowitz divides the development of management thought into 5 categories. 1. Classical school of management emerged during the Industrial Revolution, focusing on efficiency and productivity with two main branches, namely scientific management, Frederick Taylor, and classical administration, Max Weber. 2. Behavioral management theory emphasizes the interaction and motivation of individuals and organizations, with an emphasis on the importance of social relationships and human needs, e.g. Abraham Maslow. 3. Quantitative school of management emerged from research during World War II, using statistical techniques and models for decision-making. 4. Contingency school of management, a situational approach that emphasizes that no one way of management is right for all situations. 5. Quality school of management focuses on improving quality in the management process. Contemporary management approaches integrate elements from all the previous approaches, making the boundaries between them increasingly blurred.